Moksha, the word, literally means freedom. Spirituality is not a checklist. You know, most of us, we go through these educational systems in which, oh, you want to go from elementary school to junior high. Well, here's the list of all the things you need to be able to do before they're going to let you out of elementary school into junior high. You want to go from junior high to high school or high school to college? Here's all the things you better be able to do. In math, here's what you have to do. In reading, here's what you have to do. In science, here's what you have to have studied. We have all of these checklists. And then we get jobs and we have to-do lists every day, our job description, what is your role, your responsibilities. We have checklists. And it's very easy to take spirituality and also stick it into that same framework. Okay, so in order to have moksha, I must be one with God and all of his creation, see the divinity in all, intense moments of bliss, live calmly, know I'm not the doer. I got 5 out of 5, right? I'm there, aren't I? But spirituality it's not a checklist. These 5 may be your experience of connecting with God. Somebody else could give 5 completely different ones. Doesn't matter, it's not a checklist. Moksha means freedom. And so the only thing to ask yourself is, am I free? Is there anything binding me from living freely within myself? Do I make choices based on my ego? Or am I really just an empty vehicle, an empty vessel through which God's will flows through me? Am I expecting something? Is there a voice in your head that says, nobody even ever tells me thank you? Nobody appreciates what I do. I never get enough credit for it. I don't get the raise or the promotion or the love. So is there expectation? Am I stuck in patterns from my history? From my parents, from my childhood? Are there patterns that are governing how I move through the world today? So did somebody tell me at some point in my childhood, oh, you're stupid, you're never going to be anything, you're not good enough. We are not the people who become the real achievers. And so am I always holding myself back from really achieving because I think I'm not good enough? And that's just 3 quick examples. There's any one of innumerable ways that we're not free inside. And so moksha is freedom. Moksha means every breath, every moment, I'm free. I'm making my decisions not on the basis of some patterning that I have, some fear I have, some ego I have, but I'm doing it in the absolute freedom of this moment. What does this moment require? And being able to respond to it. Not thinking, oh, that's below me. Or thinking, oh, I could never do that, I'm not good enough. Not asking, what am I going to get for it? Not asking, why do I have to do it? When you are really free, when your actions, your thoughts, when all of that is free from what are the neighbors going to say? What am I going to get for it? Am I good enough? Is what I'm doing good enough? Will it bring me the love or appreciation or money or fame or acclaim, whatever it is I'm yearning for that I want. When it's not a reaction, so when it's not out of anger or lust or greed or jealousy, when I'm not speaking or doing anything in reaction to someone else. But as we grow, as we age, the question is, how much of my life is being governed by patterns, either following them or reacting against them? So moksha is absolute freedom. Am I bound by the calls of the body? Do I identify as this body? Do I look in the mirror and say, oh my God, you're too fat, you're too thin, another gray hair, another wrinkle, a pimple on your nose, whatever it may be? Do I feel either better or worse about myself based on what I see in the mirror? Based on how much there is in a bank account? Based on the type of car I drive or clothes I wear or house I live in? If any of that, I'm identifying as the body, as the role. I'm not free. So we keep going. And this is not to feel badly about yourself. It's wonderful that you've achieved all of this. It's fantastic. Hold it. Hold on to it. Strengthen it. And keep going. There's always another layer. We get to just keep sinking deeper and deeper into this infinite ocean. I mean, if God is infinite and we're connecting to God and realizing the presence of God within us, then of course it's going to be an infinite process. Because of course, even that part of the brain that says, oh, not liberated yet. Well, that's something that pulls you out of the possibility of liberation. That's a judgment. It's a criticism. It's saying there is something wrong with the present moment. It's pulled you out of the perfection of the moment. It's pulled you out of the divinity of the moment, the divinity that's possible, because the brain has come in and said, you're not liberated yet. See, I told you couldn't do the spiritual thing either. Give it up, forget it. Just go out and have a good time. So just keep going, deeper and deeper. Because the beautiful thing is it's not black or white, it's not all or nothing. The deeper you go, the deeper you want to go. The deeper you go, the vaster it gets, the bigger it gets. The more exquisite it is, the more you want to keep going. If you find yourself saying, are we there yet? Like kids in the back seat of a trip that parents have taken them on. Ask yourself, what is it I'm running from? If I'm so anxious to get there, what is it that's wrong about the present moment? And how can I right here, right now, experience freedom? Because your only possibility to have moksha tomorrow is to have it today. What you have today, you'll carry into tomorrow. If you've got greed and lust and fear and ego today, you'll have it tomorrow. So your only possibility to have it tomorrow is to have it today. So if you're in a rush for are we there yet, ask yourself, and why? Where to go? What is not perfect about right here, right now? Because whatever it is that isn't perfect to you about right here, right now, that's what's holding you back from moksha.